So look, you've been on the Fever for 3 years now, but this year, you go from a rebuilding team to now you guys are selling out arenas. You're a fan favorite. You're being recognized on the street. Like, what has this been like? Is this like the basketball equivalent of being on the Beatles?
But I would say I don't think there's extra pressure. I think it's just, it's so much more exciting. It's an exciting environment, electric environment.
Lexie Hull just dropped a bomb about her friendship with Caitlin Clark, and it's shaking up the WNBA. You won't believe what these two are doing to transform the Indiana Fever. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It makes such a huge difference to us.
I wish. I mean, it's been awesome. It's been so good. Definitely seeing just such a growth year after year. So, I mean, it's been so fun. The fans in Indiana have been amazing. So just excited to keep playing there.
Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Forget everything you thought you knew about rookie veteran dynamics. Hull's spilling the beans on how Clark's arrival turned the team upside down in the best way possible. We're talking practice battles, secret handshakes, and game plans that are leaving opponents scratching their head. Picture this. Lexie Hull's cruising through the grocery store in Indy, minding her own business, when out of nowhere some random dude fist bumps her. That's when it hit her. Things were different now. The Fever was on everyone's radar and Hull was right in the middle of it all. Let's rewind to draft night. The arena's packed to the brim, but get this, everyone's there just to watch a screen. Crazy, right? The energy's electric and Hull's sitting there, wondering what's coming next. Then boom, Caitlin Clark's name gets called and the place erupts. It's like someone flipped a switch, and suddenly the whole vibe of the team changes overnight. Hull's watching Clark walk up to the stage and she's thinking, this girl's got something special.
It's so fun. It's so fun to have fans so engaged in a game. And I definitely feel like second half of the season, all of our shots, threes going up, fans are out of their seats and expecting it to go in. So that just feels so good to feel the confidence from them.
And boy, was she right. The moment Clark steps into practice, it's like a tornado of energy hits the court. Hull's seen talented players before, but this is next level. But hold up, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Remember that brutal 1-8 start? Hull and Clark are in the locker room, frustration written all over their faces.
And I think part of my role is just getting to the open spots, and we have such a good offense that people find the open person. So to be that open person, you get excited. You get excited for the opportunity to shoot and score.
But here's the kicker. They're not throwing in the towel. Nope, these two are huddled up, strategizing, pushing each other to be better. It's like watching two masterminds plotting their comeback. And then it happens. Hull's on the court, the ball's in her hands, and she sees Clark breaking free. Without hesitation, she dishes out a pass that's so perfect. It's like they've been playing together for years. Clark catches it and boom, 3 points, nothing but net. The crowd goes absolutely wild, and Hull, she's grinning from ear to ear. You know what's really nuts? Hull says Clark's the one pushing for more TikToks. I know, right? Bet you didn't see that coming. Here's this rookie phenom lighting up the scoreboard, and she's like, hey, let's make some viral content. It's like she's got this secret playbook for dominating both on and off the court. Now, get ready for this. Hull's about to spill the beans on her wildest fan interaction since joining the Fever. Picture this. She's at a local coffee shop just trying to grab her morning brew when this little girl walks up to her. The kid's shaking, eyes wide as saucers, and she's holding a basketball and a Sharpie. Hull's thinking it's just another autograph request, but then the girl says, can you teach me how to pass like you did to Caitlin in last night's game? Hull's floored. She spends the next 15 minutes drawing up plays on napkins, showing this kid the ropes. By the end, the whole coffee shop's watching, and Hull realizes this is bigger than basketball. But wait, there's more. The real magic. It's happening off the court. Hull and Clark aren't just teammates, they're becoming best friends. They're finishing each other's sentences in interviews, cracking inside jokes during practice, and spending their free time exploring Indy together. It's like watching a buddy comedy, but with way more three-pointers. So Hull and Clark are tight off the court, but what happens when the whistle blows? Imagine this. The arena's packed, the clock's ticking down, and Hull's got the ball. What she does next, it's not what you'd expect, and it's got everything to do with Clark. Okay, so Hull and Clark are tearing it up on the court. But you want to know what's really wild? The Indiana Fever's gone from underdogs to top dogs, and it's all thanks to this dynamic duo. Hull says they became the best offense in the WNBA after the Olympic break. That's not just good, that's insane. You know what, picture this. Practice is intense, music's blasting, and Clark yells to turn it off. Hull's thinking, is she for real? But that's just Clark being Clark. She's all business when it comes to basketball, and that intensity, it's rubbing off on everyone. But here's the thing, that confidence, it's contagious. Hull's feeling it too, and her game's leveling up. She's not just playing alongside Clark, she's matching her energy. It's like they're in this secret competition to see who can push the other harder. And the result, pure magic on the court. Now imagine you're Hull. You're open in the corner. The crowd's on their feet before you even catch the ball. That's pressure, right? Wrong. Hull's loving it. She's draining threes like it's nothing, and Clark's right there hyping her up. It's like they've got this telepathic connection. Clark knows exactly where Hull's gonna be, and Hull's always ready for that perfect pass. But what happens when things aren't clicking? When the shots just won't fall? Hull's got the answer. She says, it all comes back to staying confident. I keep shooting, I'll keep working, and eventually that cold streak will end. That's her secret weapon right there. No matter what, she keeps pushing, keeps believing. And with Clark by her side, cheering her on, those cold streaks don't stand a chance. But it's not just about buckets. These two are changing how the whole team plays. It's like they've injected this crazy energy into the Fever. Everyone's playing harder, smarter, better. Hull says, I think you definitely want her on your side, talking about Clark's competitive fire. And she's right. With these two leading the charge, the entire team stepped up their game. And get this, they're inspiring a whole new generation of ballers. The future of women's basketball. It's looking bright. Hull can't stop gushing about it. It's been awesome. The growth has been insane, she says. Little girls are showing up to games with Hull and Clark jerseys. They're practicing their crossovers and jump shots, dreaming of being the next dynamic duo to shake up the WNBA. So yeah, Hull and Clark are more than just teammates. They're revolutionaries changing the game on and off the court. They're proving that when you combine talent with friendship, when you push each other to be better every single day, there's no limit to what you can achieve. And the best part, this is just the beginning. The Hull-Clark era is here, and it's gonna be one hell of a ride. So here's the deal, Hull and Clark aren't just changing the Fever. They're turning the whole WNBA upside down. These two are like a basketball tornado, leaving everyone else scrambling to keep up. And get this, Hull's got a secret weapon for shutting down opponents on defense. She says it's all about anticipation and hustle. You gotta be 2 steps ahead, she grins, and never ever give up on a play. Here's the $1,000,000 question. What's next for this dynamic duo? The sky's the limit, folks. Experts are already predicting they could reshape the entire league. With Hull's defensive tenacity and Clark's playmaking magic, the Fever's not just back in the game, they're rewriting the rules. Buckle up, WNBA fans. The Hull-Clark show is just getting started, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single minute.